Speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
What's up, big homie Coop? Big homie Coop. What it do? What it do? Keno. What up, Dana? What's up, KB? KB, you get your workout in today? Hopefully you did, man. And we're going to get our mental exercise on tonight, man. And I'm very interested in y'all responses as it pertains to the Atlanta DA going after the criminals. What's up, main event? And Mr. Darrell said today, I'm not losing to a white boy. How convenient. That's what we've been on probably all week, man. I will not lose to a white boy. And I'll never fight a Mexican again. How y'all feel about those comments, man? I as it pertains to the DA, I'm all about cleaning up these streets. You know, I think it's essential. I think it's necessary. And I think it's been going on so long that people who live in these environments think it's normal. It's not normal to live next to a building with graffiti on it. It's not normal to step over homeless people. That's not normal. That's not commonplace, or it should not be commonplace. I understand where I grew up at, and especially in South Central, especially when I lived on Florence and Hoover, it was pretty common. I walked home a lot from Horseman Middle School, and I walked by a church, walked by a liquor store, a gangbanger, a pimp, a prostitute, a drug addict, a homeless person. All that was on my walking down Florence, man. And I genuinely believe that we can't pre-expose our young kids to this so soon. Not only do we got to protect their innocence, we got to preserve their safety. And I think the more we allow this, the more unsafe they'll be. And I applaud this DA. I know some people may not like about the rap lyrics, and well, that means you can't rap about killing people anymore. How about that? What a novice concept. Stop rap. If you say, man, I shot 10 people, and then there's 10 people, lock them up, throw away the key. I thought there was a no snitching policy. Only when you telling on yourself, right? I guess if you're telling on yourself, man, it's pretty cool. You know, that shit sells, you know. But I'm gonna play that clip. I'll wait a few more minutes. I want to play the clip so you guys can hear it and formulate your opinion. And then Andre Darrell, he's fighting Caleb Plant. And he says, I'm not losing to a white boy. Now, he's not as popular as a Devin Haney right now in his career. But I hadn't seen it make headlines yet, but it made headlines on YouTube. Shout out to Blue Blood. I saw Blue Blood at the press conference today. Like I said, if you say something like this, you can't be wavered about what the other side says. And part two to that, no workout today, Thursday to Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Man, you can't do Monday, 3 days off in a row, man. No, man, them free radicals and them fat deposits build back up, man. You can't take 3 days off, man. You got to go Monday off, workout Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, off Saturday, workout. Don't go 3 days in a row, man. Nah, don't do it, man. And but if you take this strong opinion, I'll never lose to a white boy, then white people have every right to think what they want to think about you. And you got to be strong enough not to care. White people have the right to call you a racist if you say, I'll never lose to a white boy. Why you singling out white people? Why you just didn't say Asian people? Why you didn't say Mexican people? And I think that's where we fall short is we say something like, oh, that's not what I meant. Who cares what they think? You got to stand on it, you know, and when you say things like this, people have the right to interpret it the way they want to interpret it. And so he says he's not losing to a white boy. And we'll see October 15th. And then Canelo. I don't know why this ain't big news, but Canelo said, I'll never fight another Mexican again. I'm surprised that David Benavidez fans ain't came out and said, what are you doing? You're a coward. I don't know why he's not being called a coward today. You know, and I know in this chat, the natural thing will be, how about if Earl Spence says he's not fighting Terrence Crawford? I know. We don't need to do no comparative analysis. The fact is the fact. David Benavidez fans need to go in on Canelo. Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Zurdo Ramirez needs to go in on Canelo. Y'all got to start calling this man a coward. Your best fight is against David Benavidez. What do you mean you ain't gonna fight him? David Benavidez is probably number 2, right? Or something like that. And but you and naturally people gonna say, well, that's racism. No, it possibly could be, but guess what? We have our own platforms. We can do what we want to do on our platforms, but Black people are not going to call Canelo out. They ain't gonna do it. I mean, they'll call him out, but it ain't gonna be a repetitive story. You know, it's just not gonna happen. Yeah, he's scared to lose again. Quite possibly. But that should have been the biggest story the last 48 hours. Canelo said he's not fighting the Mexican guy. I know he's not full Mexican, but you know, he's Ecuadorian, I know. So maybe he should start wearing a Ecuadorian flag. But I think all the Mexican fans need to start calling him a coward. Call him a coward. Because after this fight, I mean, David Benavidez, not unless Al Heyman sells Earl Spence off, I can't see where else it goes, you know? And but we'll just sit on our hands and watch it just take its course. And this is why we are in the position that we're in. Because as hard as CNN and other people went in on Devin Haney when he says, I'll never lose to a white boy, we should be doing that for on Canelo. You get what I'm saying? Got to be consistent at it. You know. And then don't cover his fights. Quite possibly, right? But we've been called nigga and everything else. You know what I mean? Oh, Zurdo would beat Canelo ass. Oh, Zurdo would be playing with Canelo in there. His height and length and his offensive skill set. Shit. Zurdo got an offensive package, man, that I remember correctly. You know, he's hittable and all that, but he got a package. He can throw them punches now, for sure. And he's a high volume guy for that weight class. And then I've been getting a lot of questions about are they gonna announce the fight this week? And I'll open that up. I'll say this. Fans shouldn't be choosing Terrence or Earl. They should be trying to get this fight across the finish line. I think it's that important. And then we go Earl Spence highway, Terrence Crawford highway. I don't think we're unified enough to say, if you don't give me Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, I'm not buying Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz. And then Helenius and Wilder. And because they really playing in our face, man. You know, we got to be unified like that. Because if this fight don't happen, it's definitely a referendum on like on high purse fighters. It's definitely on high purse fighters. So that means like Jamal Charlo, Jamel Charlo, Tony Harrison, and y'all know the list. They ain't gonna fight. They gonna go to another country, whether it be in Africa or Mexico or Latin America. They're gonna get some cheap. They're gonna get some. What's up, Fernando? They're gonna give you some cheap labor, and they're gonna X out all the black fighters. And if this fight don't happen, that means you will never see two black fighters in the ring ever again on PBC. They ain't gonna pay them. If they ain't paying Earl and Terrence, how the hell they gonna pay Tony Harrison versus Jamel Charlo? Ain't happening. So, what's up, Gravedigger? So I think it's essential, as Fernando come in the building, I think it's essential that we demand this Earl Spence fight, man. What's up, Fernando?
What's going on? What's going on? Are you buying the Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz pay-per-view card?
Nah, I'm not buying it. Nah, I won't be buying it. And it's in my city. I'm not going either.
Okay, because when you said like, okay, we're not buying Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz, because I thought you were pairing it with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fighting each other.
Yeah, what I mean by that is I believe that we should be very illicit with our demands. We want Spence Crawford. And if you don't give us Spence Crawford, we're not supporting nothing with PBC.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, and I've been pretty consistent on that. At least I have, as it pertains to. I still don't have ESPN Plus, after that steroid thing. So,
Fred, let me ask you something. How much?
Shit.
When it comes to the pay-per-view business,
right.
We always look at it as a business-to-consumer model, right? Like individual households order the pay-per-view fight. And then those units would be tallied in, and then you get these little estimates that Dan Raphael or Rick Glazer or whoever, kind of puts a ballpark figure out there for. Is it possible that there's B2B transactions? And I'm not talking about sports bars or like anything like that or pubs. Is it possible that there's business-to-business transactions in terms of buying wholesale pay-per-view buys, let's say a hotel or something of that nature?
I've only been in a hotel on a strip, and I couldn't buy it because it's closed circuit. So I don't know that, but that's a good question. But if I'll ask Bob that. Bob gives me him and Richard Schaefer give me great information on the pay-per-view market.
So when you see two fighters, both have purses over 7 figures, the pay-per-view might do, let's say, I forgot who said the pay-per-view market, like the numbers that we get is inflated by 40%. I can't cite that person's name out now because I just don't remember. I remember hearing somewhere that these numbers are being inflated by as high as 40%. So is it possible that when you have two fighters, both earning over 7 figures, that there's possibly some type of shell company entity that purchases pay-per-views in a wholesale manner in order to get these fighters' purses paid. There has to be some type of transaction going on because the fighters aren't complaining about being on pay-per-view even though it undersells.
Maybe because they have a guarantee.
A low guarantee.
Yeah.
But the pay-per-view model works in a manner such that it has to go beyond a certain threshold, and then the fighters start receiving a back-end payment. So if you have a really low upfront guarantee, let's say 60,000 buys is what? I'm doing a really rough calculation, under $5 million. Mind you, that the entirety of that $5 million pot isn't there to disperse to the fighters. Like the distributor needs some. The network that puts the rights on or whatever needs some. So there's something going on here. At least I'm assuming there's something going on here behind the scenes for this to make sense. Also, when a fight goes on pay-per-view, is the advertisement revenues less than when a fight is on a major network? So when we talk about Everlast, Corona, Modelo, let's say it's on Showtime. Do they give you more money as opposed to when you put it on pay-per-view and it only sold to 55,000 homes?
I would think it would be per fight. Like a Wilder advertisement would be more than the Andy Luis Ortiz advertisement.
Absolutely, because he's been a heavyweight champion for I think 5 years, 10 fight. Like he's got a crazy streak and also a lot of knockout highlight reach. So he's an anomaly in that sense.
Right.
But like the reason why I'm bringing all this stuff up, we keep hearing about fights not being made due to money. So now you're almost forced to become a pocket watcher, right? Because you have to come to terms with why something isn't happening. So this whole thing with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, when you have Tim Smith saying one thing, Tom Brown saying one thing, and it's all about the money. It's all about the money.
Right.
So I don't think the pot has to equal the purse if they're doing some type of whatever type of business they're doing behind the scenes. The pot doesn't have to equal the purse. So that's what
I think. What I believe now is it's a welfare system now. It offsets the overall cost. So whatever they can get from the pay-per-views, they're satisfied with, and it offsets their bottom line.
It's hard to believe. It's possible, but it's hard to believe because they were like we know what their reported purchases were before, like when they got the original time buys and everything, right? We got to kind of get a gist of like what the payouts were. They're not going to take less money at this point in their career. So I'm pretty sure there's something going on behind the scenes.
Right. And if they do, they have to restructure their deals. And it's funny. I had this conversation early in the day. This is why Leo Santa Cruz is always the co-main event. The reason why Leo Santa Cruz is always the co-main event, because he will negotiate against his self-interest for the preservation of Al Heyman.
Yeah, but there's little things in his personal life, like, okay, so Floyd wants to get rid of some cars. Leo picks up one of them for a below market value price. There's these little things that go on where it's like, okay, they're happy because they get, what do you call it, supplemented with different things.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So isn't the reason why Leo Santa Cruz is always the co-main event on a Deontay Wilder or whoever else is because he won't take full payment from Al. He will take disbursements.
Okay, but once again, where are you sourcing those funds from? Because if the pay-per-view only performed this and you're not a headliner on the pay-per-view card, that means, are you even entitled to back-end money at that point?
It's not even back-end money. It's deferred payments.
Look, I think everybody should get deferred payments if it presents certain tax advantages.
But it's not necessarily the tax advantage. It's that they need his name on the card, but they can't afford him, so they'll pay him in pieces.
Okay, so where are they sourcing the funds from? Are they taking the upfront money that another fighter generates, and then like are they circulating money?
Are they what?
Okay, let's say Adrian Broner and Pacquiao. Broner got 10 million for that, right?
Damn, you breaking
And
up.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So let's say the 10 million that Broner got from the Pacquiao fight.
Right.
Is it possible? Like I don't really want to accuse anybody of anything because
your internet is bad, man. Beam out and beam back in.
All right.
I'll kick you out and I'll put the link back in the chat. All right, here you go. All right, beam back. If you guys want to beam in, you guys more than welcome to. But I had this conversation earlier today. I'm glad he mentioned it. Leo Santa Cruz is always the co-main event because, so let's say his guaranteed slot was 2 million. He won't take 2 million from Al. He'll take a deferred payment. He'll take a payment plan from Al. You know, that's why he's always there. Al can depend on Leo to bail him out financially as it pertains to these pay-per-views. He's always the co-main event slot. Pay attention. Pay attention to that. What's up, Fernando?
Am I clear now?
You're clear as of now. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know, man. I was just saying, like, if they are taking deferred payments, cool, but where the money has to come from somewhere, whether it's deferred or upfront or not.
And that's for Al to be the magic man. Now there's no sources because no one's making money. Not many people are selling tickets. Pay-per-views are diving, and he has no network. See, here's the three major networks. Disney, he can't go through Disney. That's a conflict of interest with what they have with Bob Arum. CBS owns Showtime. He's fucking Steven Espinoza, so he ain't gonna get no CBS money. Fox has pulled their funds with him on Fox has pulled the plug on the funds, that 60 million that they were giving them. So now the three major networks on what's it called, terrestrial TV, are not fucking with Al, right? So now,
right,
Al's job is to go find a source. He's been creative. I'm reading the chat. Thank you. He's being creative, so now he got to go find another source, just like Eddie went and found another source. Eddie went and found the Abu Dhabi money, you know. So now he's going to be in Abu Dhabi and he's getting all this government funded money. That's Al's responsibility to find another source. I don't know where he's going.
When everything is said and done, like let's go down maybe 10 years now. These guys are retired. What can be like? What do you see them saying?
Oh, they're gonna say what they're gonna say what I've been saying is that they didn't fight enough. May still be doing business relationships with Al Heyman. Quite possibly, you know, speaking appearances and stuff like that, and maybe they pick up a music industry or become a manager or a promoter or something like that, or an actor. I don't know. So they may still be dealing with Al Heyman, but the question is going to ask, why did you fight enough? Oh, that question is going to come up 100 times, and they're going to say, it was out of my control. It depends on where they're at in their life. You know, if you got a guy like a J-Rock who's uberly successful outside of boxing, he may tell you, like, I don't know what the hell was going on, man. I was asking for fights, but couldn't get no fight dates, you know.
When is J-Rock coming back to the ring?
He better come back because he lost his last fight.
Yeah, that 154 division is looking crazy with that Fundura. Like he'll take years off your career, man.
Yeah, he's doing he's doing good right now, and he has a promoter. See, that's a whole other thing. Now they're running these fights through Samson. Samson had a Friday a Showbox card, and now he has a David Benavidez card and he has a Fundora card. So it looks like these are PBC cards, but Samson is responsible for the excess payments.
Okay, so where is he sourcing the money from?
Oh, his own pockets and whatever he gets the money from. I don't know what his source is. I couldn't answer that. I don't know.
You know, Fred, like, why? No, I 100% understand the importance of fighting domestically, right? Like, you gotta really deliver to your core fan base. But let's say, like, you want to take a second fight in a year. Why can't they go to the Middle East? Why can't they do different things?
Guess what? They can. They just don't know it. They can. They've been told not to do this, not to do that, and oh man, I got you. They can.
You know when you travel the world, like the amount of different business opportunities that, like, let's say a fighter did a fight in New Zealand, right, 5 years ago. I'm making a totally hypothetical scenario here, right? And they see that, oh, professional basketball is taking off in New Zealand. Let me get some equity in a team. Right. And then 5 years later, how many what was it, like three guys got drafted into the NBA from New Zealand in the past 5 years? Something like that.
It always plays like that. Now you're gonna see a lot of Ukraine fighters coming over. You know what I mean? It always plays like that. And when Duque was pitching for the Yankees, then you see that when Momo was pitching for the Dodgers, then you got more Japanese pitchers coming over. You know,
the bottom line is, like, these guys should be exploring international boxing opportunities, not only as a fighter, but as a businessman. They just don't know how it's going to play out 5-10 years later. Like, you have equity in a boxing promotion that's doing successful in New Zealand. I don't know. That's just an example, but you have to travel, and your marquee value as a fighter will always stand out more than your value as a businessman, because business is something that you do part-time as a fighter. Then once your career as a fighter is over, you're a full-time businessman. But look at Mike Tyson. I know there's a problem with the Hulu thing, but his likeness as Mike Tyson is his leverage as a businessman.
Right. Mike Tyson is just used and abused.
You have to maximize your commercial value as a fighter
Facts.
to its fullest potential, and then you leverage that in the latter part of your career to do different business ventures.
Absolutely right. Hence the reason why Mike Tyson is doing everything, man.
So when Floyd Mayweather talks about buying Clito Reyes, he should have did a fight in Mexico, and they would have been more endeared to him, and they would have thrown different opportunities at him for zero investment. Just endorse our product and we'll give you equity. Like, he could have negotiated those type of things, but you had to actually fight in Mexico. And now when he talks about this, like, so when he talks about buying Clito Reyes, he probably does have the money to do so, but he could have did it with no money up front, just using his star power when his star power was an all-time high.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yeah, Floyd didn't have no sponsorships. You know, he did it all on his own muscle. I mean, he had Burger King and stuff for the Pacquiao fight and Hublot and some other things, but he didn't maximize it as he should. I don't think his team was strong enough. I think he had nice people around him, but not dogs around him. You know, because you got to have a team outside of Al, because Al is so busy doing other things. So you need another investment team that can go out there and
you need an agency representing you. That's what you need.
Agency. Absolutely right. There you go. Thank you.
You're seeing this in the NBA where parents are representing the actual athletes, right? Even in the NFL, I think Lamar Jackson is represented by his mom.
Heard that.
So it's like, come on, guys, get with the times, get the most money that you can, and just, you know, sail off into the sunset with knowing that you maximize it to the full potential.
It's gonna be a lot of broke fighters. It's gonna be a lot of broke PBC fighters. It's gonna be a lot because they're not fighting enough. You got to understand something. They don't work. Nah, They don't pick up like they don't work for UPS in the wintertime. Nah, they don't do that. They fight. And if you ain't fought in a year,
Yeah, Jerome should definitely he did some great numbers. He should be back in the ring sooner than the next year, but at least they announced it. At least they gave him a solid date, and we could look forward to that January date or whatever it is.
did they announce it on Showtime?
I believe so. They said it's going to happen January, right?
I didn't
the
hear
the beginning of 2023.
I didn't hear none of that. I saw it on the internet, but I didn't see.
Yeah, I don't think it's official, but I'd like to believe that it's happening. That like the last time we spoke, the Errol, well, they still haven't had a press conference. Errol and Terrence Crawford still hasn't had a press conference, but it looks like it's happening.
Yeah, I feel like it's happening. Earl was in the gym today. I follow his girlfriend, Miss Ortiz, and she was in the gym today. So that means quite possibly Earl was in the gym today. So something is looming. Something is looming. I'll believe it when I see it, but something is looming, and we'll see. But if they announce it this week, that means it's on Fox.
And another thing, all these fighters with these big mansions, they should all have a little a portion of their house dedicated to their merchandise. Nobody should like have sold out merchandise for months. You guys should restock, keep selling it. Like, you shouldn't have these logistical issues if you got these big ass houses.
Well, these big ass houses gonna cost a lot of money. Well, these mortgage payments gonna be piling up on their ass.
Luxury tax, all that, yeah. But a certain amount of square feet could be allocated to office space, and a certain amount of like you know, talk to your whoever's doing your taxes.
Yeah, like this big office I have that you're looking at right now. Yeah, but I have multiple offices. Dre has her office here, you know. So yeah, so you're absolutely right. They got to be more savvy. They got to know their tax laws. I couldn't agree with you more. But they don't see. Al is so busy. I'm not saying Al is not great at what he does, but he can't manage all of these guys.
He's in too many different industries. Like boxing isn't his sole business, and then I don't know how he does it, man. He should delegate, but you know, you read those articles by Thomas Hauser, it says he's a micromanager. I don't know, man. This is a topic that's
he is a micromanager. He is a micromanager because fighters don't even know when they're fighting.
I also, this is a little bit personal here, but I also believe Floyd's children should have had an like an internship or something like that with Al Heyman. Well, you know,
I'll never understand. That is a good point. But even when you look at Sam Watson and his boys, why they don't have a promotional company?
At least they own a gym and
no longer.
I think they also have some type of music industry money as well.
Yeah, they had a restaurant and they had a boxing gym. They don't have them no longer.
I think the problem with the boxing gym was the timing. I think they opened it not too long before the pandemic.
Quite possibly. Maybe it was too far from the airport, you know, because it was in the valley, you know. So it was a little bit too far, you know. If it was in LA in a safe location, I think that would have helped out immensely. You know, but you can't get off the plane and then drive for an hour down the 405.
Yeah, but the price per square feet that you're talking about is significant.
I get it.
That's prime real estate that you're talking about.
I couldn't agree with you more. And it was a beautiful gym. I've been there quite a few times, and it didn't work out. Great concept though. Big gym, big beautiful gym. It was amazing. The restaurant was beautiful. I was at the grand opening. It was Wilder. It was some fight for the grand opening, but it was Wilder because I went to dinner with Wilder that Monday. So it was Wilder. It was me, Wilder, and a few others. We went to dinner at Sam's restaurant that Monday because I remember we watched Monday Night Football, and we were talking about the fight, and yeah, it was the Monday after Tyson Fury won.
You don't see dynastic business models in boxing. Like with basketball, you see the Bus family, and you know, you just I don't know what's going on here. These guys are always talking business, They call themselves bosses, but we're not seeing anything that really, gives that title credibility.
Well, you also got to understand that it's a poor man's sport.
Right.
Boxing will be the last sport I introduce my son to. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But
like
if you spent your whole life doing this from like 7 years old,
yep.
Don't you want some equity in this thing, man?
They don't think like that. That's why I'm an outlier. That's why they want to force me out. They want to silence me because this is the information that I'm giving them free of charge. I'm gonna get my reward when they have power. They might.
Okay, so fine. There is no union, even though I think there should be one. Don't you at least want a board of director at CBS Viacom somewhat representing your interests as fighters?
They don't even think like that because I told every PBC fighter, you should get some shares in CBS so you know where the fuck the money's at, where the budget's at. At least read the newsletter. Or Fox, at least read the newsletter. So you know what the hell is going on. People say,
okay. So you brought up a great point. Do they own, like, if they own stocks in other companies, this would come as like automatic knowledge to them. Like this would just make sense immediately to them. Okay, I bought stock in Tesla, I bought stock in Apple, I bought like the real blue chips, and they were like, hey, after I bought this many shares, I got a letter on which board of directors seat that I want to vote for.
Right.
And then like why that would automatically translate into what? So I'm really questioning what's going on like in their personal financial lives, only because I keep hearing this boss talk. I pick whoever I want to fight. I pick the date that I want to fight on.
I'll give the example. I remember in 2018, 2019. Go back and check, y'all. Google DAZN, Adrian Broner, Eddie Hearn, Google those titles, 2017, 2018. I told all the PBC fighters, go to DAZN and get equity in DAZN. One, they need you, and two, they're desperate for y'all. Desperate. And if it hits, it hits. Power Water, it hit. 50 Cent is a 50 rich. Kobe invested in it. Filthy fucking rich. You understand what I'm saying? So not Power Water. What was it? Is it Powerade or something? No, a vitamin
body armor.
Body armor. Kobe body armor. 50 Cent vitamin water. So
okay, and let's talk about vitamin water.
Yes.
50 Cent came across that parent company, Glacio or whatever it's called. I can't pronounce it because he was touring the globe.
Right.
That's a European company.
Right, and Ron Artest took the money.
And Kobe's like, he's got great relationships in Europe. He spoke Italian, he spoke Spanish.
Right.
They loved him in Europe.
Right.
This is called crossover appeal.
Mm-hmm.
This is called breaking into different markets.
Right. Right. So I think that if these fighters really understood the space in which I come from, they will understand.
But if you're worth over 7 figures, this is for self-preservation.
No, it's not. It's not, because when you're 26 and you get $1 million check, you think it's gonna go on forever.
No, okay. These guys are smartening up. When Kevin Durant went to Golden State, not only was he making the money that the Golden State organization was paying him, there was a whole bunch of Silicon Valley, like the first round of investments. He got to park his money in a lot of that.
Right. Right.
You hear Tom Brady talking about possibly buying a team when he thought he was retired.
Right. And LeBron
you got
James,
Jimmy Butler with a coffee company.
Mm-hmm. No, it happens like that. And this is, I think the next move for LeBron is owning the NBA team. Like, there's no way he should not own an NBA team. Like, it's or his own league. You know, he should own the high school league, you know. But
they should definitely own teams in foreign countries, because that sport is very globalized. They should make sure they have equity in many different markets when it pertains to basketball.
And that's how he got the little piece of the soccer team. I say little because it is little, not because of disrespect, but the piece of Barcelona or some big team over Manchester or something like that.
Yeah. I think it's in England, right? Not. I don't know if it's Spain.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
England.
It's one of them soccer teams.
Is it the Premier
And
League? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't follow it, but I've
I
read
don't
the
follow it
article.
either.
But you're right. These gentlemen should know this, and I'm just gonna go back to what I just said. They don't want Liverpool. They don't want the kids knowing the information. Al Heyman wants all these fighters' primary source of income to come from Al Heyman. Every promoter. I'm not saying every promoter, because they always want to keep you in a position of need.
That's cool, but okay. Let's say like in our power dynamic, you have 60% say so. At least let me have 40% say so, or you have 70% say so. Let me have 30% say so.
No, the fighters have absolute power, but here's the catch: the promoter is on the side of the network, so they say, yeah, you can fight whoever you want to fight, but the network's not going to pay for it. So do you want to take this 1.8 million and fight Hector Ochavo? Or are you gonna go find a fight on your own?
Okay, so let's say Abu Dhabi has a Champions League. That's what they build it as, right? A Champions League or something along those lines. So I'm Jermell Charlo. I'm undisputed champion. How much do you want for my services to step into a boxing ring?
And Al Heyman would never know.
I don't know why this is looked at as like immoral. Like, oh,
like, I don't understand. Right. Good point. I don't know why. If I'm Jermell Charlo, I'm like, hold up. You gonna give me 2.2 to fight this guy in his own country? Or, I mean, he doesn't have a fan base here. I'm like, hold up. Hey, Eddie, how much would you pay me to go over there? And
hold on. He definitely has more of a fan base than Bivol before the Canelo fight.
No, but he doesn't have a fan base. Like, he doesn't. Jermell Charlo is coming to town. He doesn't have that type of fan base. No.
And what's his name? Dimitri Bivol does?
No, he does not. No, but that's why I'm saying. No, that's why I'm saying he can't get the money that quite possibly he can get in Abu Dhabi, because he doesn't have a fan base. Floyd doesn't have to go to Abu Dhabi. You know, Canelo doesn't have to go to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, but I listen. So there's 52 weeks in a year, and in the United States, we got all kinds of different sports, you know, that take over months, if not seasons.
Right.
So it's like, yo, let me get one fight over there, and then I'll come back when you need me over here.
They can. And if anybody got to connect with Daniel Jacobs, I would love to interview him on how it happened. I understand how it happened, but I don't know in full details.
Because he has Keith Connolly. That guy's got a little bit of clout.
Yeah, is it Keith Connolly? Is that who?
Yes, it is Keith Connolly.
I have his phone number. I have Connolly, but yeah, I think I have his number. I have it. I know I do. Someone gave it to me. It's in a text somewhere. I gotta find it. But yeah, you're right. And because he has legal representation, they just gave Al whatever piece he has and kept it pushing. But then they probably got smart enough to be like, how Al gonna get this money? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't understand how you guys wait and wait and wait on a date. Like, isn't that a little bit? That's not frustrating. That's maddening. Like, you could lose your sanity waiting on a fight date when this is your main.
And listen, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off because I'm getting excited. I'm getting passionate about just executing the right business decisions. You know, I'm siding with you on this, man. I don't know how these fighters sit on their hands and just wait and train. Like, these fighters are really training. Like, man, I got a fight day. These fighters don't even have a date. It's not even a fucking schedule. And people say, oh, they don't need no fucking schedule. Next thing you know, Bob has a schedule all the way through January.
The fighters know. Like, I know fighters get paid for sparring, but did they realize the payouts for the practice squads in the NFL? Like, these guys won't even make the team. But the amount of money that they make in the practice squads could sometimes be a little less than $200,000 for those couple of weeks.
Yeah, right. right. And now
And
it's
they didn't
15.
even make the team.
Yeah, it's like 15 or 16 of them. Yeah. It's it's scary at this point now. Like it now, like Fred wasn't crazy. Like Fred been telling us the truth all this time. And because I don't have any respect for Al Heyman at this current time, so people see that as like I hate him. I don't have room in my life to hate him. I just don't respect him. And people misinterpret that. But now it's to a point where you like, how the hell these fighters
Yeah,
aren't fight?
I don't think the onus is on Al Heyman. There's too much sports industry knowledge on different podcasts and this and that. Like, yo, you could find this out on your own. Just get on a laptop, talk to somebody.
No, but they don't. But they're not set up. PBC fighters are not set up with teams. PBC fighters are set up as Al Heyman, as an Al Heyman entity. That's why. Listen. Let me explain something to y'all, man. People say, "Oh, see." I went along with the narrative until I realized Al Heyman was profiting off of this. You know, it's like the Nation of Islam fighting against black people going to prison, and then they get paid to teach Nation of Islam in the prisons, right? Like that don't make sense. But here's when I realized it. In 2018, 2019, I was on the plane and everything just started hitting me when after the Gary Russell Jojo Diaz fight, and when Al Heyman canceled the press conference so I wouldn't ask Oscar and his team about the racist emails. All this shit started coming down on me, and every day I get new revelations because I've had so many conversations over the years with so many different people and fighters. I know you sleepy. Love you, dude. And so Link's had a long day today. Give me a kiss, man. Love you, dude. I'll come up to your room later. And so all right. And so the reason why these fighters have promotional companies, ask me why, Fernando.
To curtail regulations, right?
No. To eliminate Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum. That's why. If Earl Spence has his own promotional company, why would he hire a second promotional company?
You still need a state license, right? So this is why I'm going to go a little bit off topic here, but this is why a lot of financial companies, they might have their own little brand, but you look up the broker check and it's Mass Mutual, it's Northwestern Mutual, it's, the Washington Mutual, even though they have their little brands out in front.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with a promoter. You got to have a state license, and that requires certain deposits and certificate of insurance, a lot of different things.
Right. Yeah, so now he has no competition. It seems like a beautiful idea, but
I don't know, Fred. I just thought we talk about this a lot, but I just feel like it's when you're sitting out, you have all the time to do all the research in the world and come back with a business strategy, or at least come back to the negotiating table with a little bit more leverage because you have knowledge. But I don't know.
All right. If someone knows Keith Connolly, can someone send me his number? I have his number somewhere, dude. I don't know who sent it to me though. But someone text it to me, please. But
Fred, yeah. I'm on the East Coast. It's 11:23 here. I gotta go.
I appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. Good night.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, please. Yep. Yeah. So all this stuff becomes sobering, right? When you ain't got your head in the clouds, man. Because I was blindly, and honestly, it was more because of my relationship with Sam Watson is why I just didn't even investigate Al Heyman and what he did. But now these fighters are really up against it. It's what's up, Mr. Johnson? It's very important that these fighters wake up tonight. If Jamal Charlo haven't woke y'all up, I don't know what is. Jamal Charlo ain't fought since July, August, September. Tomorrow is September, right? So 15 months. This man ain't fought 15 months. And keep in mind, during COVID, he was on a pay-per-view. So that means if you're on a pay-per-view as the lead, that means you are a valued commodity. When they reopened their deal with Showtime, the Charlo brothers did a doubleheader on Fox. Remember, they did the doubleheader on Fox, and one of them lost, one of them won in December. Tony Harrison won, and Jamal Charlo won. So when you go full circle, and now it's 15 months later, and you ain't had a fight, and you done had a private jet for $50,000, you done bought all these tight ass clothes. Yeah, tight ass clothes. I was thinking of tight as in cool, like, you know, but they also really, really tight. And now you're like, what the fuck is going on? You know, so I wish these fighters well. Now we in the red because there's 200. Floyd says 300 fighters. So I'm going to say 300 fighters. They have 300 fighters. And if you have 300 fighters, you need a revenue source that represents 300 fighters. Do you understand that? Floyd masked a multitude of sins. Floyd masked Al Heyman's micromanagement skills. Floyd masked the lack of promotion for PBC. Floyd masked the lack of sponsorships that Al Heyman was unable to garner. Floyd masked Al Heyman not creating a UFC type of environment with PBC. Now, if you go read the court documents, that was Al Heyman's goal, was to make it like a UFC, but then they realized they didn't have enough money to. You guys got to read the court documents. It was too much money to transfer it to a how you say it, a UFC type of thing. But when you read the court document, you say, oh yeah, that was our goal. We wanted to. And people say, Fred, you hate them. I'm just regurgitating y'all what y'all can read on your own too. You know, so it's there. But they in the red now. Well, they in the red. Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford got to pull a cat out the hat. Man, they got to do 1 million buys, man. They do 1 million buys. We got action. You know, we really do. Like this fight tomorrow, this Sunday, it's gonna be what? It's gonna be 6,000 people there. Well, Andy Ruiz, nah, it's gonna be 6,000 people there. The reason why he sold out because it was the first fight back and everyone was excited. But that was how long ago? May, June, July, August, September. He ain't fought in 16 months, Andy Ruiz. 16 months. And he already told you he was undisciplined with his money. The two Anthony Joshua fights. I don't feel sorry for millionaires. But as a fan, I want these fights to happen. And these niggas, I'm using the term ignorant. These niggas not knowing are letting these years and years go by. How can you be a fan of Andy Ruiz and the man ain't fought in 16 months? Think about that. Damn. I'm a fan of Johnny Rice. Big fan of Johnny Rice. After that, after he beat Deontay Wilder's sparring partner and he gave that speech, instant fan. Oh, I'm gonna go tell my mom I'm gonna go get married and give her some grandkids. Oh, that shit was epic. I had him on the show that week. I DM'd him. I did everything possible. Who knows Johnny Rice? I sent out so many texts. You know Johnny Rice. You know Johnny Rice. Give me his number. Give me his number. Give me his number. I was so inspired by that man because he was so refreshing. He was so on. He felt like everybody's cousin, you know. And he hasn't fought since January. And he came on here and said he signed with Al Heyman. January minus September is 9 months because that was 1-1-1 they fought. 1-1-22, excuse me. So you look up 9 months later, that man ain't fought. And out of respect for who he is, he's a pretty comfortable salary. Think about it. Pretty comfortable salary to pay. $500,000, $400,000. He's 15-6, I believe. He was hot. I'm pretty sure that speech probably made somebody's ESPN in somebody's country. You know what I mean? But I want to see Johnny Rice fight again. I really do. I'm a fan of his. And he ain't fought. I thought he was going to be on this card, to be honest with you, because it's a heavyweight card. So I was like, he's going to be on this card, but he's not. And then I was like, maybe he'll be on Wilder's card, but he's not. And he just got married. He's probably doing security work again. Let me explain something to you right now. All this Al Heyman money. I'll get to him in a second, Chris. If Johnny Rice is doing security for the strip clubs again, where's the Al Heyman money at? Because Johnny Rice is us. Johnny Rice is, I mean, not average. He's a better fighter than I could ever be. But you get what I'm saying. Like, he's a middle of the road guy as of today. He's not a superstar. He would be considered not a contender, but a serviceable opponent. And if he's doing security, Al Heyman isn't who he say he is. He just signed him, right? And Michael Fox, that shit, I'm baffled by that. Baffled me. Still a story. That shit should come up like when Eddie Hearn's father said, and we still give them those slave contracts. That should be in high rotation, that Michael Fox fight. He ain't fought since. He's training people. I follow him on Instagram. He ain't fought in over a year. His brother got pushed to Morrell. I said, and I will find the truth with this microphone, and some of y'all believe me, but the majority of us think I hate Al Heyman. I don't hate Al Heyman. I'm pro fans and fighter. And the reality is what it is, man. Now, every PBC fighter doesn't have a fight date that's not scheduled. Think about that. Put that in perspective. How the hell are you a professional and don't have a date when you go to next time you go into work? Think about that. You know when you go into work, right? I'm getting up 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Take the kids to school, do what I got to do, and do my little stock game, and get in the car, come downstairs, do breakfast, mix those smoothies up, put the backpacks in the car, and while the kids are getting dressed, brushing their teeth, and I'm loading up the car and I dropped him off at 7:30. And guess what? I'm at work. And I'm guaranteeing y'all doing the same thing I'm doing. Getting the kids ready and cooking breakfast and make sure they got their snacks and lunch, and think about it. Yeah, I know what my overhead is. Y'all think I'm crazy when I say these numbers. I know what my overhead is. And I live in LA. So my overhead is going to be a little bit higher than theirs because of the taxes and everything and the property value. So it's going to be a little bit different. But I know the payments. And y'all, Fred, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If you fighting once a year and you in a 40% tax bracket because you not smart enough to have a team on your side to tell you how to because you think Donald Trump is an asshole, you anti-Donald Trump, you're gonna do it the right way. You're an American, I'm black, and I'm supposed to hate Donald Trump. Y'all should have I posted this on my stories. Y'all should have been trying to figure out how Donald Trump is not paying taxes. Y'all should have figured out how Biden is not paying taxes. Y'all using that as a political spear. No, I got this from this company right here. Served Fresh. Served Fresh. Where I got this sweater from. But we sit and we just do nothing about it. I'm not bragging about it. I don't want to pay what I pay. As a matter of fact, my quarterly taxes go in the mail Tuesday or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Whenever Dre writes that check, that's what it's going, And but it's September, December. I pay quarterly taxes in December, and I pay my property tax in December. So I know what the fuck is going on. And just imagine, they don't pay taxes when they get their check. So if it's $5 million, it's $5 million. That's what I'm saying. You better make your jeweler the trainer. You better make your jeweler the second trainer. If I knew I was going to pay $1 million in jewelry, my jeweler will be my trainer. Yeah, but don't stop, man. I'll show you guys what I pay in quarterly tax. I don't give a flying fuck. I'm well in six figures, man. Man, it's no big deal, And yeah, I would definitely hire my jeweler as my second or third trainer. Man, listen, he would be a full-time employee of mine. Yep, sure would. I ain't lying. He get paid $70,000 a month to run my gym because payroll tax is dollar for dollar. I would hire my jeweler. I'm just saying. And find a jeweler that, I'm just being honest, man. Like, there's so many different ways to cut this cotton, man. And legally, he would work for me. Al don't have time to help these fighters outside of boxing. It sounds cool. It sounds real cliche. Oh man, Al's a genius, man. He did. How the fuck he gonna help 300 fighters? Al gonna make 300 calls? He ain't got time. He ain't even got a team. Who works for Al Heyman? Who do you know that works for Al Heyman? Sam. You think Sam is telling them, with all due respect to Sam, you think Sam is giving them financial advice? No, he's a boxing guy. And he got he got 3 full-time employees that I know. He has other ones, but he got this German looking guy. I don't know his name. He doesn't like me at all. Blonde haired German looking guy that be at the fights. He has Sam and Mr. and Mrs. Brown. They all don't really respect me as much. I mean, they play in my face a lot, and I know they play in my face. But you got to have that public. You got to have that public smile. Hey, how you doing? It's great to see you again this week. You know, man. Yeah, last week was fun, man. We back at it this week. Yeah, have fun. All right, talk to you soon. Peace. All right, bye. You know, Dre, where Kennedy? Oh, close the door, please. What'd you say? It's in the living room on the floor. But yeah, I'm real interested in this championship series. Jamel Charlo better make that call before the line get long, because Eddie Hearn is sitting there like, I can't believe I just pulled this shit off. He literally found an oil. You know how you saw the cartoons and shit when they drilling and oil pops up? That's literally what happened to Eddie. Oil just popped up from the ground. Don't you know if Bob could have did this, he would have did this. If Frank Warren could have did this, he could have did this. If Al could have did this, Al tried. Remember, he went to Fight TV and he tried to make Homeboy's son the cash cow over there. It didn't happen. Al can't stop them from going over there. He's an advisor. Do you understand that? He legally can't tell them to do shit. Do you understand that? He has no power. He has power because the framework of the contract, but he doesn't have power into the yes or no. Man, let me break this down for y'all. Y'all remember when Deontay Wilder $120 million? I'm going to make this make sense for you. Lou DiBella, Shelley Finkel, Deontay Wilder, and guess who else was there? Al Heyman. Do you understand that? You know why he was there? Because Deontay Wilder can make that decision without him. Do you understand that shit? It's on the channel. Y'all can go watch the Deontay Wilder interview. He explained it in the interview. You know, October 15th. Yeah, Bomb Squad. Another knockout, right? So that tells you that he can make a decision without Al Heyman. 2019 Al Heyman is not 2022 Al Heyman. It's not. And maybe Lou DiBella was a little bit overzealous. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe he was right. You're entitled to your own interpretation. But Lou DiBella's job as the promoter, remember, he was Deontay Wilder's promoter. What's his job? To get him the best deal. Now, do you understand why these fight? Who's easy? You got a face I never seen you before, man. It make sure you're a real person. All right, cool. Go ahead, Easy. What's up?
No, man, first time caller.
I appreciate you, dog.
Shit. Oh, what's up? I was just gonna wonder, man, if you're Stephen Espinoza, how don't you go to Al Heyman and say, "This the fights I want. This what I need on my channel." Know what I'm saying? You're the network. He needs you just as much as you need him.
No, but it's different. If you press him,
yeah,
then you pull all 300 fighters. And guess what? Showtime is not in the tomorrow game.
Right.
Showtime is in the right now game. And they have dates that they need filled with quality boxing. And Steven Espinosa's job is to deliver those dates. And if he can't deliver those high quality fights, then his job is in jeopardy. Simple equation. So in the beginning, it was real beautiful. See, Al Heyman was a plug and play situation because of Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather had May and September, and that fulfilled all budgetary items for that year. Floyd was a monster in terms of selling tickets and doing what he needed to do. And so they were playing with house money for 6 fights, 3 years, playing with house money. And then the Conor McGregor thing came. That was another windfall. You know,
yeah, they got lucky on that one.
Yeah, they definitely got lucky. Yeah, the fans definitely pushed that fight. And so now he doesn't have that power. See, Steven Espinosa is a good guy. I'm not going to sit here and lie about my personal interactions with Steven Espinosa. Good guy.
See, but
good
right
guy.
now, don't he got Al where he wants him? Because Fox not giving them dates. He's just giving them pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying? So
in a sense,
this where he should be at. Al is like, I need Charlo Benavidez, and I need Boots versus Thurman.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Now here's where it gets fishy. Now y'all got to take y'all notes. Steven Espinosa doesn't negotiate with the fighter. Al Heyman hands him the fights.
Right.
Now you say, so why is that? No, wait. Let me get there. So you say
he's scared of Al. He's scared of Al.
No, wait.
All right.
in a sense, he is afraid of Al. Now, but let me tell you, you say, Fred, that don't make sense. Well, in order to convince a Jamal Charlo to stay with you when Eddie Hearn offered you $3.3 million. Remember, I saw the contract. Remember, I was with Jamal Charlo. I don't know if some of y'all wasn't with me then, but I saw what Eddie Hearn offered Jamal Charlo. 3.3,
email, right?
2.8. Yeah. 3 fights in 9. But here's the catch: 3 fights in 9 months. And he had the dates. You're gonna fight on this date, you're gonna fight on this date, you're gonna fight on this date. Right? So that's $10 million in 1 year. That's a lot of fucking money. Now, Al Heyman was paying these fighters to fight weak ass fighters because he had the hedge fund money and he had the network money. So Al was playing in the dough. You know how you see a guy doing like Snow Angels? He was doing that with money. No, I'm being
yeah, he was.
Al had to play. But what he also had to do was sign these fighters, and these fighters have elevator contracts. So you say, why don't he just go with Jamal Charlo and just go straight to the network? He can't, because now these guys' contracts are too big for the network.
Right, exactly.
Because he had to overpay these guys to stay and have fun and fight these lesser opponents. And it was fun in 2019. But now it's like, shit. Imagine Jamal Charlo having a 3. I don't know what this is a hypothetical. I don't know what his contract looks like. But imagine him having a $3 million guarantee. Showtime can't pay that.
Nope.
No, you can't have a $3 million, because that means he got to fight somebody for $3 million. And that's why they said, oh, Jamal, you got a back injury, dog.
Yep. So basically,
he
screwed himself.
Yeah, he screwed. No, Al didn't screw himself, because Al is the hedge fund manager.
Right.
And guess what? No matter where these fighters go,
he gets paid.
He gets paid. He's gonna own. He's gonna own the talent. Al will forever own the talent. Everybody that hears my voice, go Google an Al Heyman contract, man. It's right. It's in the deposit, not the dep. It's an exhibit in the fucking Golden Boy shit. It's an exhibit. Go read the fucking contract. y'all like, Fred, you're lying. No. Al got one of them JEW contracts. Man, I'm telling you, go read it. Google until you find it, and you'll find the deposition or the what do you call it? The transcripts. It's there. Go Google it. But so now Jamal like fighters are in the pickle because they can make too much money, and you can't. And
they don't want to take less.
No, and Steven can't sign the fighters because you lose 300 fighters for one fighter.
Gotcha.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, what they can do is just renegade Al. But they have an emotional tie to a man who overpaid them for 5 years. You understand?
If you Steven, you got to feel some type of way because
no,
he played you. He took everybody to Fox. Then he just came back to Showtime like nothing. He gave you scraps for a while.
Yeah.
He had to come back and give you a few big fights.
Yeah.
And now you're just waiting to see what his next move is.
And now, but these fighters are not smart enough to say, I'm going to go straight to Steven and see what he got for me.
Right.
See, and if Steven didn't build without Al because Al was a plug and play. And let's keep it a buck. If you got a plug and play system where the guy is giving you all the matchups and all the fights and it makes sense and you're getting all the names, you're getting all of this, and it makes sense. It makes sense. They were rolling with the dates. Two fights a month. 2 fights a month. And ESPN doing 2 fights. We was full as boxing fans. Man, our stomachs were like, our bellies were like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
You know,
with all that money he had, he should have came out the gate giving us top fight after top fight.
He had the chance. He still could do it to the performance part. It's like you in Vegas and you got $20 left. And your gas tank take $100. You got to figure out how to make $100.
Right.
You got to fill up your gas tank to get back to LA.
Yeah.
You got $20.
I was trying to see what his next move is because Fox probably hold on till January, February. Showtime don't have enough dates.
No, Showtime got the dates.
But not for all his fighters, because what'd you say he has 300?
Yeah, that's what they said, 300. That's what Floyd said, 300. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Showtime ain't got enough dates for 300 fighters, I don't think.
No, definitely not. Now this shit about
where he's gonna go next. He goes to Paramount Plus. Nah, that's not gonna make a dent. I don't think. Because that's what they're saying, right? He might go to Paramount Plus. Possibly. The app.
Say it again, please.
I said they were saying he might go to Paramount Plus, that app, the CBS app.
He's gonna have to do something less.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to do something much less. And I don't know what that less is. But he's gonna have to make a move. But Al ain't tripping, man. Al ain't tripping at all.
He's not tripping at all. I'm just trying to see how come he can't get this Spence Crawford deal done. You was ready to give Canelo the whole Showtime budget.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you can't split 20 between Bud and Spence. That's crazy.
And if they don't do it, man.
Call Eddie.
Oh man. Yo, if they don't make call Eddie too. But if they don't make this fight this year, and I don't mind being wrong, I would rather me be wrong and this fight happen than me be right and the fight happens next year. I'll be honest with you, no lie. But if this fight don't happen, this is a referendum on all these motherfuckers with these $1 million guarantees. Sheesh. It's awful.
Right, I said, what you think? They got about a week to get it done?
September 4th, September 11th. Got 2 weeks.
They're going about 2 months out, right?
Yeah, if they got a December date, they got 2 more weeks after this. But it's definitely in the red though. But Earl was in the gym today because I saw his girlfriend in the gym. So that means he was there. So something has happened. Something is happening. I just don't know what the date is, you know.
Yeah. Then you got Jake Paul and Anderson Silva on I think it was the 29th, October 29th. That's gonna be pay-per-view too.
No, you know what's funny? Dre just came in here and said Kennedy Kennedy stole some potato chips out the pantry and they were under her bed. What? But I'll get her in the car tomorrow. But yeah, they gonna have, man. Too-wee. This shit getting scary, man. Just think how many fighters got to fight. Jared Hurd, he ain't fought since June 9th. Whenever Floyd fought, June 8th, July, August, September. 15 months Jared Hurd ain't fought. God damn.
What's the name that beat Charlo?
Tony Harris. He fought in March. He fought Perella. He fought Perella. He looked good. Peralta, whatever. Brian Peralta, yeah. He
so
got
if
so many.
You make it $1 million up, you might as well just be ready to fight once a year.
No, you better go to Eddie. Like, these motherfuckers better get first in line. Hey, why don't y'all holler at me? Give me permission. No, I'm serious.
Right.
We'll negotiate a percentage. I'll make the deal for you with Eddie. We'll retain some lawyers to put a block on Al. And by then you'll be done have fought. And he'll pay me and I'll pay the so we'll say on record you got paid $100,000. So Al gets his percentage from the $100,000. That's what he does. So why we can't do it? Holler at me. I'll definitely go your behalf for Al. I'll gladly do that for sure.
What you think about that undercard this coming Sunday? Was it Ryo?
I'm interested in him.
Yeah.
I like him. I like
the
the
third
whole
fight
clique.
this year.
Oh man, stop pissing these dudes off, man. And what you call his third fight in a year, if you want to include December.
Little Cruz. Pitbull
Cruz. Yep, that's his third fight. You're right. Third fight.
That's crazy.
Damn. These niggas. Andy Ruiz. This will be Luis Ortiz's second fight. He has some money. He got some money out of Miami.
Ortiz.
No, that ain't the job Eddie offered me. I don't know what job Eddie. He offered me a job. I don't know what it was though. But Luis Ortiz got some money out of Miami that's paying him. And we'll see. Adrian Broner ain't fought February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 12 plus 7, 19 months. He ain't fought.
What about his partner? What's his name?
Robert Easter.
Yeah, he hasn't fought in 2 years.
Yeah, and he's healthy now. He's fully recovered from his gunshot, so he's able to get a fight day. Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's bad out here in these streets. Rashid Warren just lost. The Russell brothers fought twice this year. Gary fought once. The other guy fought Postol, and this other guy, Rance Bartholomew. And the other brother Antonio will be on Deontay Wilder's undercard.
Okay. That's the 147?
The 122 guy. 118 to 122. Yeah. That's him. He'll be Antonio. Yeah, he'll be on that card. But I would have brought the 140 pounder back immediately too, though. He's a wrecking ball.
Yeah, he keeps the action coming.
Yeah, he's definitely a wrecking ball. No, for sure.
Now I heard your boy Skeet earlier.
Who's that?
Skeet Thurman.
Oh yeah, man, that motherfucker, man.
That boy doing bad.
Man, ain't he? Sheesh.
He say, send him the contract. If it say 1.5, he might do a little adjusting. He'll send it right back.
Right.
He could have fought what's his name, right? The one from England, the one fighting Eubank.
What's his name?
Connor Ben.
Yeah, Connor Ben. There you go. Yeah, he could have fought him.
Eddie,
Sure.
Yeah, he could have Eddie probably would have gave him like $2 million.
That motherfucker, man.
How you not gonna take 2 when Al ain't giving you 1?
Facts.
Crazy.
Damn. It's bad out here, man.
Right? I guess they just told Al said we on standby. But even then, what do you think they'll put him on the undercard against somebody?
You're gonna have to. Damn.
And then he said he put a boxing class on Barrios. I was like, really? It looked like you were struggling through the fight to me.
Man, that motherfucker's so corny. That motherfucker corny as hell, man.
Him and Sean Porter was a match made in heaven.
Oh man, that motherfucker corny as super hell, man.
Yeah, but man, Al had all that money. He should have made a major dent. And they say about Eddie, but if you think about it, everybody was against Eddie. He didn't have the fighters Heyman had.
Boy.
So
Heyman was fucking rolling, dog. I ain't even front with you. Heyman was a beast.
That's what I'm saying. We should have had like a top fight after. It took us years to get Thurman Garcia.
You're right.
Thurman Porter.
You're right.
That show should have been like a little tournament setup or something.
You're right. Hey, what's up, H? What you got?
What's good? What's good? My big bro, Fred in the building. Hey, Fred, feeling, man, dog? I just want to chop it up real quick. You can hear me, right?
Very well.
Okay, so Fred,
damn. You ate your connection.
Okay, man. My bad, Fred. Okay, so Fred, Deontay Wilder had a press conference today with Robert Helenius. What was your thoughts on that press conference?
I missed it. I didn't even watch it yet.
Dang, yo, boy, Deontay.
I saw. You know what happened?
Damn.
Yeah, damn. I saw that shit was on TV, and I was like, I'll get back to it. I was like, I'll get back to it. I wasn't really.
Even Deontay. Oh man, Fred keeping it funky. Fred, you keeping it funky right now, man. I gotta salute you. You're not really into that fight. You ain't really fucking with it.
No, I didn't say that. I mean, I'm not saying it's not a fight where I'm marking my calendar. Don't get me wrong. It's a fight where I'm going to support Wilder. You get what I'm saying? It's not a fight, but the date is marked off because Devin Haney and him are fighting on the same day. So it is going to be a boxing evening for me, for sure.
Yeah,
they going head to head. Deontay Wilder versus Devin Haney on the same night?
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Fred, I think I got a little delay, so let me cook for a second. So,
all right, go ahead.
So Deontay Wilder versus Devin Haney on the same night. They going head to head. Wilder's fighting on the Fox pay-per-view where you got to pay for it. Devin Haney fighting on free ESPN. So who winning? I got to go with Haney. I got to pick Haney over Wilder on this one.
No, I think Wilder is more likely to go viral, but more eyes will be watching Devin Haney for sure because it's free.
No, how is more eyes watching Wilder and he's fighting on pay-per-view? How many people you think gonna buy that pay-per-view? While Devin Haney in his last fight for Fred. Huh? Okay, you agree with me? You agree with me?
Yeah, more people are definitely gonna be watching Devin Haney for sure.
Exactly. Now, Fred, if Wilder was fighting somebody with a name instead of his sparring partner, Robert Helenius, maybe we would try to tune in and be excited. You know what I mean? But, you know, I think Deontay Wilder deserves a tune-up fight. I can't deny it. You know, he had 2 tough fights with the number 1 guy in the division, Tyson Fury. So, you know, those were tough fights. So I feel like Wilder does deserve a tune-up fight. But do you feel like that fight should have been on Free Fox instead of Fox pay-per-view or maybe even Showtime Championship Boxing?
Sure. Hell yeah. Yeah. That's an easy answer for sure.
Wilder's purse too big.
Okay.
Yeah, Wilder's purse too big, right?
So if Wilder was fighting on Free Fox and then Devin Haney was fighting on ESPN, you think more people will probably watch Wilder, huh?
Oh, by far. It wouldn't even be close.
It'll be close, but maybe even Showtime. Like that would it wouldn't be close. But even if yep, okay. So if he was on Showtime, you know, that would be even good too. That would be good. But instead it's on pay-per-view, Fred. You got Caleb Plant versus against Darrell. Anthony Darrell versus Caleb Plant on the undercard. Also, you got Frank Sanchez on that undercard. And Frank Sanchez been calling out Wilder. Frank Sanchez is a master boxer from Cuba.
Sure. I
like Wilder. No disrespect to Wilder.
I'm losing.
Go ahead, my bad, Fred. Go ahead.
No, you got a bad connect. No, I'm with you on it. I want to see all these guys fight. I think Frank Sanchez is interesting. He kind of took a couple steps back his last couple fights to me, and what I believe and what his ceiling is. I thought his ceiling was much higher than what I saw the last fight or two. But yeah, all these guys should fight. Now I'm interested to see that big guy. The heavyweight Olympian, the older guy. I want to see him fight.
You like Big Baby?
Not Big Baby, but the light-skinned brother from the UK.
Hey, Fred, how is it now? Am I better?
Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so Fred, you got Frank Sanchez, who's been calling out Deontay Wilder, bro. People talking about Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. We know that fight ain't never gonna happen, bro. It didn't happen when they was undefeated champions for the undisputed for $100 million or whatever the money was. It didn't happen then when the fight was supposed to happen. You think that fight gonna happen now? Hell no. Nah. Deontay Wilder, he don't do business with Eddie Hearn. We know that, Fred. They got a bad relationship. So Deontay Wilder is a PBC fighter. Deontay Wilder is with Al Heyman. He's with Showtime Boxing. He's with Fox. So he's going to fight against PBC fighters. Is that right? Yes or no?
Yeah, but Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua are in pretty similar positions, right? So I think it makes sense because Anthony Joshua has to remain a star. You know, like he has to. And the only way you do that is you can get credible opponents. And they both running out of credible opponents, man. If Andy Ruiz lose, the PBC is done. They can't make a fight for Wilder.
Yes, you can. They got to fight with Frank Sanchez. Frank Sanchez is a hell of a fighter, you know. And then check this out, Fred.
Yeah, but you need a big fight if you're gonna.
He's one of my favorite fighters.
Say it again, H.
You need a big fight if you're gonna make money with Wilder.
You do.
So that AJ fight, it's the perfect time if you really think about it.
Yeah, it is. It's good for both of them. And then they fight the winner of Fury and whatever his name is, Usyk.
Hey, Fred, is Robert Helenius a big fight? No, but he's fighting Robert Helenius on pay-per-view. It could have been Frank Sanchez.
It's the same thing. Tomato.
No. Frank Sanchez is undefeated. He's undefeated. He beat F.A. Ajagba. F.A. Ajagba, he was supposed to be the next Deontay Wilder. And Frank Sanchez, yes, he was. Everybody was saying it.
I'm not.
Everybody was calling him the next Wilder.
Tomato.
No, Sanchez is special. Sanchez is special. Sanchez, he's a master boxer. He mastered the sweet science straight out of Cuba. So many great fighters that came out of Cuba. They never got their opportunity. Frank Sanchez deserves an opportunity.
Sure.
Deontay Wilder, he should fight that brother. He's another brother. You know what I mean? He's a black man. Give Frank Sanchez an opportunity. He's calling you out. Listen, Fred. Frank Sanchez, he said he will beat Deontay Wilder the same way he beat F.A. Ajagba. And he said Wilder's the same thing as F.A. Ajagba, bro. That's all I'm saying. If Robert Helenius can get a Wilder fight, Frank Sanchez deserves one too. And that's even a better fight. That would be a bigger pay-per-view, bro. That's all I got to say. And Fred, okay, Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz. Let me get your final prediction real quick.
Luis Ortiz.
Is it by knockout or decision?
Yeah, by knockout.
Okay, and Fred, real quick, I want to switch it up. Do you think Trae Young is the next Curry? Or is he the closest thing to Curry? Yes or no?
He's close.
The closest out of anybody to Curry?
Yeah.
Oh, so would you compare it to Kobe Bryant? Like a lot of people said Kobe Bryant was the next Michael Jordan, how Kobe Bryant played like Michael Jordan and he looked up to MJ. Is that kind of like the same situation with Trae Young and Curry?
I can see that. Sure.
Okay. What you think about the Golden State Warriors? Do you think they will repeat this year?
They're going to be, if not, pretty damn close. They're the best team. They're the best team in the West. If what you call can get some chemistry, they're gonna be tough too, though.
Who that?
What's that? Brooklyn. Boston and Brooklyn. Yeah, they get some chemistry because they never played the whole year together.
Okay, and Fred, do you think LeBron James will break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record this year?
Sure. Yeah, he needs 16 points a game. Yeah, he'll get.
And what would that mean to his legacy?
I mean, he's the greatest basketball player of this generation. You know?
I don't think so. I think Curry is, but I go ahead, continue.
That's fair. I just think he's the most complete player that we've seen in the probably history of the game.
Okay, and what's your thoughts on Luka Doncic?
Shit, I don't know how he does it, but motherfucker's amazing. It mystifies me. It really mystifies me that he's able to do what he does.
Hell yeah, he's a hell of a player. And what about Ja Morant? What's your thoughts on Ja Morant?
Different. Different. He's an alien. He's just different, dog. He's different.
Does he remind you of Kobe, like with his killer instinct and that Mamba mentality? Because he be having that same look on his face like Kobe, though.
Nah.
You know he got this. See, you just made that look on your face when I brought him up.
Nah, Kobe different, man. Kobe is two aliens.
No. Okay, so what you think about Shaquille O'Neal saying that Ja Morant reminds him of a young Kobe Bryant? He played with Kobe.
I could see that, but I mean, there are always comparables, but Kobe gave up so much to be Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me put Ace back in. Kobe gave up so much to be Kobe, you know?
For sure. Donna Jones says, shout out to Donna Jones with the super
Dana Jones.
Yeah, Frank Sanchez, even the best Cuban heavyweight. LOL. Come on, he is. Luis Ortiz is past his prime. Luis Ortiz about to fight Andy Ruiz. Maybe if Ortiz can beat Andy Ruiz, but guess what? Frank Sanchez is younger. He's undefeated. He just beat F.A. Ajagba. He's calling out Wilder. You know, he deserves a shot. Shout out to Champion Heart, man. Fred, thanks for having me, bro.
I appreciate
it. Salute, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, brother. Thanks, man. Hey, great channel too, man. I love watching your videos.
Good looking out, man. I appreciate that love, brother.
For sure. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.
All right.
Dana Jones says Frank Sanchez is right now. He isn't. You're right. Luis Ortiz is definitely better than him.
How old really is Luis Ortiz?
Who cares? You know, he's closer to AARP than probably most
Yeah,
of us.
yeah. He's at the end. He's
Right.
at the end. For real.
Yeah, I think he's gonna beat him. I think he's gonna beat
Think he's gonna be who?
I think he's gonna beat
Andy.
Yeah. I'm not even thinking about going to that fight. That's crazy. I don't even have a thought in my head to go. That's weird. That's crazy.
Man.
Have no desire. Zero desire.
Nah, because you don't ever know what you're gonna get from Andy.
Oh well, yeah, that's true.
Well,
Man, Andy got knocked
you do
down.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't what he was. He don't love it no more. He don't love it no more. He should have. Man, I'm done with Andy. I'm done, man. He came back 30 pounds overweight. He had the world in the palm of his hand, and all he had to do was.
Yeah, he could have did it too, because
that really fucked.
Joshua can't handle those little boxers that size. They're too quick for him.
Yeah, that fucking fucked up the
That
course.
fucked up the heavyweight division, man, as we know it.
Yeah, that Wilder Andy Ruiz fight would have been ginormous, dog. All he had to do was win. And that motherfucker showed up with a sombrero and 2 pizzas. He forgot the belts. He actually forgot the belt. They were still in LA.
And the Snickers.
And the Snickers. Facts with his 8-inch vertical.
Snickers.
Nigga couldn't jump over a sheet of paper, man.
Man, that motherfucker was tripping on his shadow.
Wow, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? We got another episode of Cooking with the Chimp. Goddamn it! Take us off, Fred.
Oh, let me enlarge this. I'm sorry, because y'all can see my email.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
What it do, baby? What it do?
ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head. I'm seeing. Take me for granted, and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got it takes blood. Keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, rise like they feeling. I could tell you hard, or I could go feeling. Don't believe it.
All right, thank you for joining me for another episode of Cooking with the Champ. All right, this is a quick tip video, and what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you how to do egg benedict. All right, I know some people have trouble, doing that type of egg when they're trying to prepare it that way. I'm gonna show you a real cool trick on how to do that real fast. Let me show you. Okay, so check it out. All right, what you wanna do, just wanna boil some water, all right? And once your water gets to a nice boil like we have there, all right, you want to take some vinegar, a couple of tablespoons of vinegar, okay, put it in your water. Now that's optional. I actually like to use the vinegar because it helps to keep the white part of the egg together when you're doing this technique. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and crack your egg. All right, put it in your water there. All right, now what you want to do, you want to create a vortex. Okay, and that's just stirring around the edge of your pot. Okay, you want to create that vortex. All right, and by doing that, the white part of your egg will actually cook over the yolk. Okay, and it won't burst. All right, there you go. There you go. You see what it's doing there? Whoa. All right, go ahead and take it off the flame. All right. And it takes no more than about 5 minutes, if that. You want to go ahead and pour your water out. Okay. You want to catch your egg. All right. Put it on the plate. And there you go. Eggs Benedict. All right. There you go. You got your eggs Benedict. Got your little seasoning on there. All right. And go ahead and there you go. And that's what you got. All right. Now, if you leave your egg in the water longer, it'll actually, cook the yolk. There we go. That's good. All right, and that's just a little quick tip video. Good with the channel. All right, those when you do your eggs like that style, they're perfect for making those like egg McMuffin type of sandwiches. And we'll actually come back and we'll do an episode where you can see it made like that. But that's just a quick tip for you, and see you next week.
Appreciate you, champ, man.
All right, brother.
Hey,
I appreciate you, Easy, for coming through too. Thanks for hanging out with me, you and Fernando, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. What's up, Kyle?
Why was that hat so goddamn big, man? On your intro, that hat was as big as you.
The hat? What hat?
The white hat when you first show the intro.
Yeah, he's more Irish.
White hat?
Run it back, Fred.
Man, I done deleted it, man. But we're gonna take the word for it. We're gonna take Kyle's word for it.
What? Oh, you mean the snapback cap?
Yeah, that thing was big as shit.
Because when they put it on my head, they didn't you know how you attach the snapbacks? Yeah, it wasn't adjusted. Yeah, it wasn't adjusted to fit my head. They just put it on there because it had the name of the casino on the hat, and they were just advertising.
Okay.
Shit big as hell.
Yeah, that's all it was. Man, they've been talking a lot about that fight, man. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think that PPC is gonna push for Thurman Spence as opposed to what the fans want. I really think PPC is gonna push for that, man.
Yeah.
I saw Blue Blood talking about it, and the fight that he was talking about. He was talking about what other fight he was talking about? I think he was talking about a heavyweight fight that's possibly happening. I think in November.
Oh, I don't know about that. I kind of ain't reached out to.
I forgot what heavyweight fight he was talking about, but he was saying if that fight happens before this fight, and that says a lot. If that heavyweight fight happens before this fight, man. But like I said, I don't think it's happening, so I don't even talk about it.
Yeah, you're right.
I stopped talking about that fight long ago, man.
Yeah.
I've been told y'all niggas, man.
Yeah, for real. But it is what it is, man. But everything's good, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, everything is awesome.
Dude, I've been sore for like the last 2 days, dude.
Yeah.
I played basketball with my old ass, man, Sunday morning. Went to work like I was a spring chicken. Man, my body's...
How many games you play?
We played 3 games to 30, like full court.
5-on-5.
Yeah.
The 2s and 3s.
I think it was by 1s. I can't remember. I was too fucking tired to even remember.
Yeah, you wasn't scoring then. You don't remember you wasn't scoring.
No, I was doing my thing. I scored a few times.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we won. We lost the game. That was like my first game I ain't played like in 2 years. Remember I used to hoop all the time every Tuesday and shit.
Yes.
But shit, man, that I hooped since the pandemic, bro. So shit, 2020.
Yeah.
So shit, that was my first time back out there. I couldn't dribble for shit. You know what I mean? I'm looking at these dudes. I'm like, oh, I got him. Like, boy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, damn.
I'm with
boy,
you on
this
it.
is 5 years ago, boy. I'll be cooking these fools.
Man. Hey man, let me tell you, man. When the age get on you, ain't nothing you can do, man. I can remember I was watching this kid in the gym because I still train. You know, although I'm not fighting anymore, I still train at a boxing gym because I just like training in the fighter's environment. And I'm looking at this kid, and I'm looking at holes in his game, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I'm just looking at the holes in it, and I'm thinking I can take advantage of this kid, of the holes in his game, man.
Tell your old ass up, didn't
you? Man, I get in the ring, and man, I kid you not, this dude, this dude hit me 3 times, man, before I could get a punch off. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, what the fuck? Man, I couldn't believe it, man.
How long ago was this, champ?
Oh, this was probably about, oh my God, this was probably about maybe 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was probably about 5 years ago, man. I could not believe it, man. And just, the reflexes just wasn't there, man. I'm like, God damn.
Right.
It's crazy how your mind will tell you one thing, but your body's like, no, motherfucker, you can't do that no more. you know, I'm listening to Kyle saying, you know how with the b-ball, man, my knees won't let me run up and down the court.
Man,
I'm telling you.
dude, like Al Payton is looking down or rolling over in his grave, whatever you want to say, in disgust at me, dog. Because normally my my offense might lack, but my defense, I'm on it, nigga. My defense was straight ass. I couldn't move my feet for shit, boy. It was like I had concrete shoes. I'm like, help. Hey, I fucked around and turned to the help side, to the help. I'm like, hey, I'm help side. I'm just gonna help trap. Nigga, that shit wasn't working, dog. I'm like, God damn. I had to get my old ass. But hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what though. When I get about 40, 45, if I keep hooping, keep staying in shape, I'm gonna have my old man game. Cause I have my old man game working. And then now, you know how you always used to get mad at the OG for trying to tell you what to do. You was on the court. You like, man, damn, shut your old ass up. I was the same old nigga, man. I was, hey, nigga, get your ass right there at the free throw line. I'm gonna give you the ball, turn around, make a strong move to the basket, man.
Yeah.
I kept telling this young dude that, bro. I'm telling you, boy, I couldn't do nothing but coach on the floor. Well, I was thinking like, no, look, the first game, right? Listen, I was just there. I had no business being there. You know what I'm saying? Second game, I said, okay, all right. So I started getting my groove back. That third game, my body was like hamstring.
Oh man, I know.
Man, bro, listen, you young, man, you don't need no water. You know what I'm saying? You don't need shit. You can hoop all fucking day. You know what I mean? You good.
Yeah.
Nigga, I was like, hey, man, I told my little brother, he was like, I said, well, where that water at, man? He said, I think I got one over there. Drunk the whole goddamn thing, boy. I said, God damn. Listen, I'm going to tell you, Fred, I literally stretched for about 30 to 45 minutes. Because I'm telling you, I was still fucked up. I'm going to start stretching. Listen, I'm going to start stretching Wednesday. So tomorrow, I'm going to start my stretches tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm going to start stretching tomorrow. Fuck that. I need to be full. I need to go to yoga class or something, niggas. Boy, touch that court, run up and down. You know, it ain't no clock, so you can't hold the ball and shit. You can't tell nobody, like, pass it around and all that.
Yeah. That's all right.
I was tired of shit, boy. I'm still tired. Fred gave me some great advice. I can't even follow it. He told me to win the first 4 hours of my day. I won the first 4 hours 2 days in a row. I see. Man, I took that shit literally. So I'm like, man, I'm finna hoop. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that.
Oh yeah.
Man, I was like, man, I went to go hoop. I said, all right, man, I got 2 more hours. Man, I'm gonna finish this shit strong. I got to the crib like this. Man, I said, I'm about to go live in a little bit, man.
Right.
I didn't wake up until it was time for me to go back to work, bro. I wasn't no help. I was no help at all, bro. None. Still ain't no help. And then my kids, they don't give a damn that I'm hurting.
No. Hell no.
They don't give a damn. My son, he be like, robot. So I put him on my shoulders and I be like, daddy, robot. Like walk around the house, I chase all the other kids and shit. Man, he talking about spinning around. I'm like, bro, I cannot do that today, man.
Yeah, man. I used to have to work 12. Man, I used to work 12-hour days and have to come in and do stuff with the girls because they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? They in full play mode, and I get off. I'm like, you gotta do it.
You just need that Nick Cannon money. You'll be good.
You gotta do it.
You ain't gotta be a robot. You ain't gotta walk into school or nothing.
Man, let me get that Nick Cannon bread. Shit, boy. Listen, because my daughters, man. I started this thing where I put them on my shoulders and I walk them to school. That's kind of like a little workout for me, man. Monday, I was dying, man. I was like, dude. And my daughter, she wouldn't let up, man. She was like,
right.
I'm like, man, I really can't. I said, let daddy can't do it today. Nigga, please, get your
right.
Man, I was like, golly.
Oh man, that's wild.
Yeah, I ain't never been happy for my kid to be sick in my life, boy. My eldest daughter was sick.
Yeah.
So I ain't had to put her on my nigga list. Boy. I was excited. You hear me? I was excited. I was ecstatic. I said, yeah. She don't let up, man. My girl, them two girls, they don't let up, man. They gonna, see my son neither, but he's smaller, so it ain't that bad.
Right.
That 6-year-old though, good gracious.
Oh yeah.
The funniest shit is, man, like all the other kids be like tapping their dads and shit, like.
Right. Right. That's wild. Yeah. Well, man, I got to get out of here. Salute to you, brothers.
It's all love, man.
Much love, man. Hey, I'm gonna come back with another quick tip video because when I did the shrimp fried rice combination, chicken and shrimp, I wanted to show you guys how to build the egg rolls, and I cut it short. So I'm gonna do a quick tip on the on building the egg rolls. I'm sure I had to do that. So that's gonna be the next one. All right, and I'll have that one for you next week. All right, man. I'm out, man. Salute to you, brothers.
I appreciate it.
Man. All right, now. All right.
All right, y'all know what that means.
No. Yeah, so basketball. You going back this weekend to play?
If they got it going on, it's a holiday, so hopefully they do.
So it may be more. No, I mean, it may be more. It may be more.
I'm praying to God they do, because in order for me to get like my body to like accept.
Do you run at all? Do you run?
I'm about to start tomorrow.
I got to start tomorrow.
No, nigga, Fred, I'm telling you, nigga, I was fucked up.
No, I get it, X. Fucked up.
Dude,
because
my plan was, this is the plan. My plan was to start after I hooped the next day, do a morning run at the college on the
Yeah.
track, do a couple laps.
Sure.
Nigga, that shit wasn't working.
I'm just glad we talking about it now. You know, I mean, I think that's important. It's a start, you know, because man, we got to be active, man. That shit, I ain't gonna even lie, man. That shit, I was like shocked. I didn't know we were that big of a crew. You know what I mean? I really didn't, and I think it's just time that we just hold each other accountable in a positive way. I know I talk my shit, but y'all know I just be playing. I don't be serious, so y'all know. But people that don't come in the shop be thinking I be serious, but I just strike that one chord to a man. Like Fred, think he talking about that? You know what I mean? I'm gonna go do it right now. You know. So yeah, man. Man, we got to get in shape, man, for our kids, man. LeBron James said he wants to play with both his kids. That means he's going to have to be about 43, 44 and be in elite shape like that. I think that's special. That's some different stuff right there, you know.
Yeah.
And I applaud him for that. And so I told Dre to put the chips back. So I told Dre, you wasn't here, Kyle. So what Kennedy did is
he stole some chips
out the pantry, yeah. And Dre just found them. But I told Dre, put the chips back under the bed so we can hear her lie in the morning. Like I want to see the lie. I want to see.
What if she keep it 100 though?
I don't know. That's why I want to see. I want to see if she's more Dre or more Fred. You know what I mean? I'm interested in that. So
when you say more Fred, what you say?
I would have put the chips under the bed. Dre would have went to bed at 7:30, and you know what I mean. Dre is very conservative, so yeah, she's like, yeah. Now I am way more conservative now, way more. I don't even, man. It's weird. It's I laugh at myself sometimes. I do. I laugh at myself. So it's
yeah. You know, it's crazy. My older age, man, I'm getting more flashy, man.
More and more flashy.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Well, I mean, partly ignorance. You know what I mean? That's probably what it is.
Hey, you know, niggas love shiny shit, man. You know what I mean?
Nah, niggas don't love shiny shit. Oh well, niggas, yeah, ignorant people, yeah, they love shiny shit, yeah, for sure. I don't know. I couldn't be 45 wearing thousands of dollars of jewelry, knowing I'm not the man I once was. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, I'll fight to the best of my ability. You know, but see, but also the jewelry and all that other shit is like it's one more thing to worry about. Like I sleep in what I'm wearing tomorrow because it's one less decision I got to make. You know, that's the same shirt I'm wearing now because I took a shower before the show. I'm gonna fall asleep, get up, and then just go downstairs and get the kids ready. Because that's one less decision. That's one less move I got to make in the morning. What am I wear? What am I wear? So that's kind of so.
Feel you.
So
yeah, man. But that shit was when you told me that shit the next day. That shit worked though.
The what?
Try to win the first 4 hours of the day, man. That shit.
Yeah, you got to win the first 5 hours of your day. Win the first 5 hours of your day. It changes everything. You know. I'll tell you exactly what my first 5 hours a day is. I work from my phone in bed. I get up. I do 750, maybe 800 sit-ups, and then I get dressed. Do it. Well, I'm already dressed, but I take my clothes off, put lotion on, and then I wake the kids up. I go downstairs. I get ready, take them to school. I work from the phone, charge the car, go to the gym, and then go work on the properties. And by that, it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. So I'm real purposeful and intentional my first 5 hours of the day. I don't play with my first 5 hours. I eat nothing solid but an apple. An apple is the most solid thing I'll eat my first 5 hours. Smoothie and an apple, or but that's it.
Now I'm finna get on top of the juice and shit, man. That's what I think I need to start doing.
Yeah, I have a. I don't have a juicer. We had a juicer, but it was so slow. We got
bullet
juice. No, that we don't have the bullet. We have a one of them Costco blenders, but they're real popular. It's one of the most popular ones. They're expensive. They're like $500, but we use it every morning. What's it called?
I think tomorrow, man, me and Max supposed to go to this Kendrick Lamar concert, man. That's gonna be pretty dope.
Oh, it's out there in Oakland?
Yep.
Because he's coming to LA this weekend. So.
Hey, that motherfucker can perform, man.
Kendrick Lamar?
You been?
Yeah, I walked out on him. I ain't lying. It was corny to me. But this was when he opened up for Kanye. Dre and I went, and we walked out on Kanye. You're like, you ready to go? Like, yeah, let's go.
You know what I'm saying? But what about Kendrick Lamar, though?
Yeah, he was the opening act, so I saw him, but I was bored.
Really?
Yeah, it was at Staples Center a few years ago.
Did he have a live band with him?
I don't remember.
That's crazy. Man, he's one of the best performances I've ever been a part of.
I'm sure.
I've ever seen. Like, man, that nigga.
Really?
It was this festival that stole LL Cool J's name called Rock the Bells.
And
he performed there on the main stage.
I'm sure he's a hell of a performer. I don't doubt it. I mean, that was one of the dopest shit. That man. I like J. Cole too, Bird, man. J. Cole is that dude for me.
Yeah, I like J. Cole too.
I've never missed this concert when he goes on tour.
Yeah, I'm like that with Wale, man. Every concert, man. I missed one concert when I was at Job Corps and had no money. But after that, I said, nigga, I ain't missing another one.
If I didn't have this show, I would be out every damn day, every night, going to concerts, doing what I do. For sure. But yeah, it's concert season now because we're going into the Grammys. So it's gonna be a lot of concerts in LA and up by your area too.
So you don't fuck with the concerts like that, huh?
Oh yeah, I do, but I mean I don't go to as many, you know. Oh, I would go to a concert a week, easy.
Give me your top 5 get me out the house concerts.
Prince.
Huh?
Prince.
Nigga, he did. I'm talking about like right now, like amongst the living, dog. I'm talking about Speaking of
concerts, what's up? Kendrick Lamar tomorrow night. What's up?
Speaking of the devil, he shall appear, huh?
About to go see Kate out tomorrow.
You said who?
J. Cole.
You said Post Malone. What?
J. Cole.
Hey, I saw Post Malone. He was
tight. You know who I actually liked? He's not like one of my top, but Tank. Tank is dope live. Tank is dope. J. Cole, Tank.
Tank suck dick for fun. I'm cool.
Oh.
Wait, where you getting this from, dog?
Hey, he said that shit in the interview. Remember, he said that shit in the interview. He said that he don't consider it gay if you're trying to try it out to see if you like it. And if you don't do it again, then you're not good.
You took it out of context, bro.
Yeah, that's what he said, bro.
You took the whole. You didn't watch the whole interview, bro. You watched a 30-second clip.
I don't need to get much further than what he said. I'm cool.
That's how rumors get started, bro. That's how.
When I hear gay shit, I'm gonna be like, let me investigate this gay shit.
That's how rumors get started, man. That's how.
What he say then,
bro?
What he say?
Because he was talking. They was asking him a question about something. He was like, well.
Why are we explaining that, though?
No, because I'm trying to tell him, like.
Who cares?
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
You don't give head, man. No, Tank is yeah, man. Tank. No, Tank ain't gay.
Fuck him.
I can't allow Mex to put smut on his name, man.
Nah, you still got him on your playlist. That's why.
Shit, Fred going to the concert. I'm trying to save Fred. Shit.
Oh man.
Fred gonna go in a wife beater so he can show off his build.
Hell no. I wear hoodies everywhere I go. Shit, I'm
Shout out to Tank concert.
strapped to the gills, man. I go everywhere in the tank top. Nigga, I ain't playing. I mean, a hoodie. Excuse me. A hoodie. You'll never catch Fred without a hoodie. Never, ever.
Randy Watson, sexual chocolate.
It can be 90 degrees. Why you got a hoodie on? I'm comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? Shit. Yeah. But anyways, I'm trying to think of who. I done been to so many fucking concerts, man. Oh, DVSN is fucking dope.
Oh,
Miguel, DVSN. I saw Jaheim. I saw he gave out roses.
I'm still mad at Erykah Badu because she didn't do Bag Lady or Call on Tyrone last time I seen her. So we got a beef right now.
Erykah Badu, I've seen her too many times.
Yeah, me too.
Bag Lady?
I'm over her.
She didn't do Bag Lady or Call on Tyrone.
Watch your fucking mouth, Fred.
She got body.
Wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, dude, man?
She got body. I'm with you on that.
Man, I've seen so many people. Who's on your bucket list right now, though, for concerts?
Kyle, who's on your bucket list?
Man,
I think I done seen them all.
Jay-Z is that's on my bucket list, man.
You haven't seen him yet?
I gotta see Hov. Yeah.
He's dope. Why?
Like I'm not really real talk. Like I didn't become a concert person until like later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Like the only concerts that I really go to is ballet, and then once I start going to concerts, like, oh, this shit dope. It's kind of like boxing, kind of like you, Max.
What you mean? Hey, I'll take it to festivals, bro. We'll rock 2-day festivals.
Hey, no, but listen up. The first time I ever was like, oh shit, this shit kind of cool. I worked at the Outside Lands.
Oh, I was trying to go this year, but I had no one to go with.
And I seen Stevie Wonder.
Did he see you?
I don't know. He probably heard me though. They can hear him.
Hey, they said that motherfucker can see. They say you can see. They got videos of that motherfucker catching shit.
Yeah, that's what they say, man. That's what they say.
He was catching the mic.
But no, that shit was dope. But so basically at Rock the Bells, I seen everybody you could want to see damn near. Like I seen Rakim, I seen Slick Rick. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen Kendrick Lamar.
I went to Rock the Bells 6 years in a row. I went to Rock the Bells at the Shoreline.
Yeah, Rock the Bells, good shit. And they got sued, so they had to come up off that name.
Toby, you gotta watch. You gotta go see Toby and Gigway. You gotta go see her. Jay-Z, I saw him with Beyonce. They did a dope set. Man, we ain't about to add, man. We ain't about to add no more, man. What you want, man?
Let's come on, talk shit for a little bit, though. What up?
If Beyonce wasn't married, she would not be protected, and we would not.
on my bucket list, man.
I'm trying to see Red Hot Chili Peppers and Metallica.
I'm pretty sure that'll be a good concert.
I want to see Journey, though. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see Journey perform one song.
Journey? For one song?
One song.
What song is that?
Stay the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Danger.
I don't know.
But now, Cal, y'all think Kendrick Lamar dope?
I think he's dope. I'm not saying he's the best, but he's definitely got talent, yeah.
I think it's a lot of West Coast bias, but yeah.
You don't think
he alright, though? He alright.
See, you know what?
But that's West Coast bias, man.
Contrarian. You're a contrarian, Hannibal.
Hey, listen, dog.
I'm from the Midwest. So
Hannibal just told us the other day he didn't want nobody arguing with him. And he came on here knowing good goddamn well.
No, I just asked the question, though.
No, you always asking questions, goddammit.
Ask the question.
He said, "You think water is wet? I just think it's not dry."
I think it's a lot of hype behind him. He cool, but he corny.
It is a lot of hype. It is a lot of hype.
That's what I'm saying. He corny though.
He's not on J. Cole level or nothing like that.
The man, corny.
Neither one of them niggas
He's better than Wale though.
And none of them niggas better than Wale, so shit, it don't matter.
Wale is.
Fred, watch your fucking mouth, man. I know you keep a gun on you, but fuck you.
But let's see.
Who's on your bucket list?
Who's on your bucket list? Hannibal. Well, connection's bad.
Yeah, see, because he on that bullshit. See, God don't like ugly.
I gotta kick you out because you got a bad connect.
I do want to see Drake. I do want to see Drake.
You ain't seen him yet?
I seen him and Wayne on the verses.
Oh man, everybody got to go to a Drake concert, dog. That shit lit.
Yeah.
Every
It
song.
be looking lit. But I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. If I'm not close, I don't like to go. If that makes any sense to you.
Yeah, I mean,
Smaller venues. The smaller venues are always better. I hate going to see concerts in arenas.
Yeah. Well, y'all gonna be in the arena tomorrow.
Yeah. But I had to get those. I was like, oh, that was a good jig too. So
yeah.
You know how it is. It's either you give it to me for what I asked for, or you just take the L and you get nothing. Like it's the best day before.
I like y'all gotta go see Drake. Drake is Drake put on a hell of a show, and his guests.
All done. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Drake is a good show. It's a whole 2-hour show with all hits. And but the two best concerts I think Dre and I've been to was Jay-Z and Watch the Throne. They played Niggas in Paris 10 times in a row. Again. Again. Muscle hard motherfucker want to find me. What's going on, motherfucker? Man, that shit was lit, dog. What? Then that was but Prince and Janet Jackson. Man, when I saw the Janet Jackson concert, I couldn't believe it. Man.
Where you go? Rhythm Nation?
No, I'm not.
I know you old, Fred. I don't know.
Her last tour, it was dope, man. And then she got a song where she ties a man up. She ties a man up to the stage, and he was like on this thing that pivots and spins, kind of like you doing those upside down abs and shit. You know what I mean? That thing, that shit was dope. She dope, man. Janet was dope. Yeah.
Hey, Rock can perform his ass off though.
Who?
Big Daddy Kane can still do the splits. Hey, I saw a cracked out DMX and that shit was fucking live, bruh. That shit was fire. That
I saw
motherfucker
in a small venue.
Bro, that's the one person I wanted to see, bro.
This motherfucker went on a random rant about Canada. We was right there in the Bay in Cali. He's like, Canada? I love Canada. Some bad bitches in Canada. I'm like, who the fuck talking about Canada, bro?
Yeah, that motherfucker, he cocaine out because he be twitching and shit when he perform. Like he got this bop to him. You know what I mean? He got a bop to him.
I need to see
him in Pomona. I saw him in Pomona. Ja Rule would be a good concert because you know
Ja Rule. Street Team, San Diego. I seen him out there. Ja Rule, Busta. Busta's a live performer.
Busta. What it is right now.
You actually be surprised by how many hits Busta got. Like, I don't think a lot of people want to see Busta in verses.
Hey, Fred, I think that's just East Coast bias.
Hannibal's like, what do you love? Fuck it.
Hey, that nigga Hannibal be bullshit. That nigga said, I think y'all just got some West Coast bias, man. He ain't that good. What? Hold on, man.
Nah, he bad. He a bad man. Nah, Kendrick is a bad man.
Bad motherfucker, dog.
Ron was going off the other night, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, nigga, the other day, right? He gonna say, man, we need to have a panel so everybody can get their grievances out towards me. And then he coming here with this shit today, talking about
Boys to Men. Boys to Men got a residency and what's dude.
I'm going to see Usher this year though. In Bruno Mars. Wow.
Dude,
I should have went.
Who was fucking amazing? Celine Dion.
What?
I'm gonna see Adele in November.
The best. You gonna see Adele?
Me
Where?
and wifey for sure.
Adele's that big.
For sure, nigga.
Where?
Adele's that big.
In Vegas. She got a residency. I'm going to that motherfucker.
You got a residency in Vegas?
Bro, I'm going to that motherfucker. and hey, and Max will tell you, nigga, I don't pay nothing for hotels damn near.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great enjoy that. That's gonna be
I'm telling you, man, me and my old lady, we need that anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? She be getting on my goddamn nerves. So we need something to.
But yeah, that Adele concert gonna be lit. Adele's first album is fucking incredible.
What's your favorite song on the first album?
I don't know the names of them, but
I'm gonna tell you the truth, dog. Listen, if anybody's out there, One and Only by Adele is probably one of the greatest songs, period. I can put that song on every day, all day, on repeat. It will never get old. One and Only by Adele is one of the most special songs you ever hear in your life, man.
21. Yeah.
You know, Adele like them brothers too.
What is it called?
One and Only. Man, I'm telling you, but she kick off. She go. You been on my mind.
That's number 29 on her list.
I grow thunder every day. I hope she
All right,
play
let's
that.
get out of here, man. Let's get out of here, man. Y'all have fun tomorrow at the concert, dog. Y'all be safe, man.
Hey, what's up?
Don't drink and drive,
Fred,
man. Be
you need to
responsible.
link up with us sometime, Fred. We all need a link. I know you Mr.
Yeah.
Mysterious, Bruce Wayne in your back cave.
Hey, no,
October
15th. October 15th, man. We taking a trip down to LA, man.
Hey, we just gonna pull up at Fred's house. That's what we're gonna do.
I can get the address.
Hey, pull it up. Hey, we're gonna play spades on that long ass table you got.
No, he ain't got it. He had to send it back.
It's broken.
The last supper table broke. Oh man, all right.
Yeah, he gonna brought some of that. He gonna brought some of that marble so I can put it on my floor.
You can take it back with you. That shit 400 pounds.
Heavy ass shit.
Nothing, man. We gonna go to Home Depot, or we going to the hood and hide in a crackhead. We'll get it done one way or another.
Facts. A crackhead built the house in 2.5 hours for sure.
There you go for $20.
Fact. Motherfuckers strolling on them BMX bikes and shit. If you see anybody on a BMX bike, they can do anything. They can do anything. They can build a house, rebuild an engine, HVAC.
That's
Pull
it.
over anybody with a bike. I guarantee you, they know everything.
Cheap labor.
Yeah, facts. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for coming in late, Max. Appreciate y'all. Have fun. Be safe, man. Don't drink and drive tomorrow, man.
Hey, niggas, ladies, and gentlemen, head over to the boxing section, man. We about to be live.
She said Fred low key don't fuck with y'all. I do. I was joking.
Man, listen, if hey, I'm about to make a meme now. You remember Barnell when he told Martin to come to LA?
And the nigga was lost?
Nah. Remember, he was like, how many times have I told you to come to my house? Hundreds. How many times have you actually been to my house? You remember when they did the he was singing
I know every single Martin episode of motherfucking Heart. Man, get out of here.
Man,
y'all have fun tomorrow, man. Don't drink and drive, man. Y'all have a good time, man. Be careful.
Man. Stay alive. Don't drink and drive. And listen,
either you're gonna leave before the last song, or you gotta wait. Y'all gotta make that decision.
Hey, and check this out, guys. We don't feel sorry for Fred and his rich nigga issues.
Nah, we
better
don't.
goddamn song, Fred.
I don't know if that's a good exit, but yeah, we got work on that.
Hey,
that shit terrible. That shit terrible, Harlem, Harry. How's your health, Harry E? How's your health,
man? I'm going back to what we know then. I'm going back to what we know.
What's that?
In the words of the great philosopher, man.
Nah, that shit old, man. Kind of that shit dead. That shit. DB using that on another show. Let him have it. It's his. Yeah. The great philosopher. Hopefully he's doing well though.
I talked to DB not so long ago, man.
Yeah, I'm glad he's doing well. Hopefully he's doing well. What's I gonna say too? I was gonna talk about Farrakhan tonight, but I was like, I don't feel like talking about that shit.
I'm glad you did, man. Man, I'll be honest with you, man. That's like the only thing that Peoples Hernandez. That's like the only thing. That's like the one thing. I was like, damn. What you think about when you think about the shop and like what we had at that time.
Uh-huh.
I know your beliefs trump all that shit, but I'm just saying you would like look back at the shop, man, and just.
I don't look back at it.
Man. I do it now and again.
I don't. It is what it is. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You need to think big. You think
small.
You thinking small. You need to be thinking big, bitch. Yeah. Hey, that shit gonna be around forever, man. That motherfucker, fake gangster.
No. He was a pimp from Film Up.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That motherfucker was dumb viral.
Hey, you should have heard the rest of it. The rest of it was just as good. I don't know about heart. I'll send it to you on Instagram now.
Send it to me, please. Yeah.
I got you.
You need to be thinking big, bitch. You think small.
Think big, bitch.
Yeah.
Think big.
Yeah, man.
Nigga,
hey, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I have no regrets. And you got to walk in your truth, man. You got to live in your truth, man. I think it's important, man. It's important that we all walk in our truth, man. I'm telling y'all, man, when I did my research for 9 Wives, that shit held me so accountable. I'm like, Malcolm X, his integrity, man. His fucking integrity is it's mind-boggling to me to just think like, that's why if you ask me a question, I'll just tell you the truth. Man, it is what it is, man. You know, I mean, the truth is the truth, you know? I don't speak an opinion, but man, but Malcolm's integrity, man, just held me accountable, man.
I don't know how the fuck that shit didn't save, bro.
Anyways, it don't matter. Y'all be safe tomorrow night, man. That's all I'm saying. Be safe, man. You know what I mean? Don't drink and drive. Be responsible. Get home safe. You got families, and you know what I mean? It's all in what you do. Hey, love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Listen to the song says he can listen to all day long. I don't know Adele's. Hey, remind me tomorrow to tell y'all my Adele story. It's funny as hell. Peace, y'all.